Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for December the 30th, 2023. It is New Year's Eve. It is the final Weekend Magic of 2023, and I was deciding, what to talk about this week. You may have noticed, you may not have, that I basically took this week off. There were no weekday videos after Christmas tacos. I felt like it was a good time to just take a short break. We'll be back next week with more videos. But I was thinking, what do we want to finish the year off with? I mean, of course, stuff this week, not a heck of a lot. We have a whole bunch of new Legos coming out tomorrow. Well, tomorrow night. I mean, technically on Monday. But, I mean, tomorrow at like 9 o'clock West Coast time is when they'll be up on the Lego website. But however, I've seen pictures online of lots of people buying them already, like the Auspicious Dragon. And I mean, I saw at Target last week, in the last few days up to Christmas, there was a Target we went to that had some of the new sets that were supposed to come out on Monday, and they already had them. Indeed, I received one of those for Christmas. But yeah, there weren't really any big releases this week, which makes sense. I mean, it's the week after Christmas. People do have like their gift cards to spend and stuff, but I feel like there's just not a reason to release a lot of things, especially when a lot of people are just returning stuff anyways. I mean, Disney did release some pins and stuff, but we didn't buy any of those. So I thought this week I would just kind of go to what the core of Weekend Magic is, which is just kind of showing off more things that I have acquired to clutter up the void space, which is to say, things I received for Christmas. Now, I'm not going to show like everything, because there's no reason to. There's a couple things that I will be showing, but much like I did last year, where I held on to some stuff to show the next year, there's some stuff I've got that I'll be showing off as we get into the holidays in 2024. They're not unimpressive, but they're not a thing to show now. But we will show them in the future. But for now, just a few things. I hope you had a good Christmas. Mine was pretty decent. My main present was the new Lego Natural History Museum set, which we will be putting together in the next month or so. I'm not ready to take down the Winter Village yet, so there's no reason to put it together now, but that is definitely, I have a few sets that I think I'll be able to make room for this year in the Springtime City display, but that's the one I want to do first. It may be the newest of the lot, but it's the one I'm honestly kind of most excited about. But I'm not going to show that today because it would take up like the entire space in here. I just don't feel like moving everything. In the next week or two, I will be taking all this down. Yes, Deadpool on a Deer will sadly leave us for another 10 and a half, 11 months. But fear not, we will keep some Deadpool with us all through the year. When Deadpool on a Deer is over, we will keep some Deadpool cheer. But yeah, he will go away. I mean, Deadpool's never far off. I mean, aside from the ones back there, he's usually just kind of off to the side there. Sometimes you can see him just waiting his turn for the spotlight again. But anyways, I thought let's look at a few things I did receive for Christmas, like one of these Marks and Spencer's shortbread light up tins. It's like that. We of course don't have Marks and Spencer's here in the US, but the last couple of years Target can't. Is it working? Yeah, it's lit up. You can see that at the bottom here that it's lit up. It's just kind of too bright in here to really get the full effect, but there's lights in there that make it look like the little lights on the house are lit up. But we don't have Marks and Spencer's here in the US. It's a British department store. But the last couple of years, Target has been doing like a cross-promotional thing, having some Marks and Spencer's items. We didn't have the little pig this year. Last year we had this like a cool little post box that had it's like a Marks and Spencer's mascot pig on it. But I don't think we had anything with a pig on it this year. But I found one of these in my stocking, and it's a little tin. Tins are always nice. And like I said, they did one last year. We didn't get one last year, but it's a cute little thing, and it has like little shortbread cookies in it with a festive white LED tea light, which I guess when we have some tea, you can light that up at the center of the table. I also received some action figures. The first one to look at here actually is not one I received for Christmas. It's one I actually found a couple days later at Half Price Books. After Christmas, Half Price Books usually does like a sale on like the whole store. This year it's 20% off everything, and we popped in there to see what was left. And the answer is a lot of empty shelves. I mean, not empty, not like Target Lego section on Christmas Eve empty, but not super well stocked. But I did find, or rather, actually my wife found, and I purchased this. It seemed relevant since last few episodes we've covered a couple of these Star Wars Black Series holiday figures. I found a couple of them from this year. I don't know how many there were this year. These are the only two that I was aware of coming out for certain this year. But she found this one sitting in the toy area. It was, I believe, 20 and then 20% off of that, so 16. And this is, according to the back on it, looks like it's one from 2020. So I think this may have been, I don't remember what year they started those in. I don't know if it was 2019 or 2020. I don't think they're too old. So this may have been one of the well, definitely is one of the earlier ones compared to 2023. But it comes with a little snow trooper whose mask appears to actually be a big old red and white scarf, a little holiday porg, you can get it where the light's not glaring off of it, and a little icy halberd weapon. And I thought, since I managed to find a couple this year, we found this one. It's one I would have bought had I seen it at, I'm going to assume, Target, maybe Walmart, back in 2020, but I didn't. But I've got it now. And here it is. Yeah, not something I received for Christmas, but this seemed like the last chance to really show it off. Next year, if they do more of them, I will probably try to grab them again. But I'm glad to add this from the collection, and I will keep an eye out for some of the older ones, should they pop up. I'm not going to spend like reseller prices on them, but this is actually, I think, cheaper than the ones I bought new this year, so it seemed like a decent enough deal to me. And everything else in today's video will be stuff I did actually receive for Christmas, like the light-up house. For now, let's stick with action figures. In my stocking, I also received the Disney Plus version of Kingpin. I mean, really, technically, yeah, he was in Hawkeye, but he's also the old Daredevil Netflix version of Kingpin, although that's on Disney Plus now too. And I'm hoping we'll see more of him. I know Echo's getting her own series. I know Daredevil's coming back, so I'm hoping we'll see more of him. I did actually really enjoy him as Kingpin. Looks like a pretty decent figure. These were actually on like sale at Target in the week up before Christmas, like I think $12.50, like half off. They also had the Warrior Gamora from What If, which was, we saw her in the end of the first season of What If. We do sort of get her origin in the What If from this season. We finally get that episode where Tony Stark meets the Grandmaster, which there's a Lego kit for that too. I actually saw it at Barnes & Noble this week. Didn't pick it up. But it's from an episode that was never actually made in the first series. It was supposed to be there, which is why Warrior Gamora showed up at the end in the finale. And there was a Lego kit for it, and they just never made the actual episode. They made it for this season. But it's nothing to do with this. Honestly, though, looking at the Build-A-Figure for this, that is not as good of a Hydra Stomper as the one they released on its own, which I do have. I've never done it in a video. But they did release, I've got my Toy Box Hydra Stomper up there behind Deadpool on a deer. But they made a much nicer looking one than this. Just as a boxed figure, I have no idea. That just looks, it looks pretty cheap. Yeah, I haven't taken it out of the box. I don't know that I will. But I have from the series, I also have Agatha Harkness, who was on sale for like $7.50, but I already had her. I bought her at like full price, because honestly, she was the one I liked the most out of the series, and I think she maybe didn't come with a piece. I could be wrong though. No, it says she came with an arm. And this doesn't come with anything. There's always the one figure that doesn't come with a piece. And it's usually a figure that's actually relevant, since it's a What If character. Naturally, no, I guess he's not a What If character. Never mind. That was a dumb thing to say, and I retract it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Comes with the Kingpin staff, some extra hands. Pretty nice. And one more action figure in my stocking. I did get the Ahsoka version of General Hera Syndulla. I have a few of the figures from Rebels. I do not think I have the Rebel version of her. So now I do have a version of her, which is nice. And this, of course, is the Mary Elizabeth Winstead version, not the cartoon version. So it's her as a, a little bit of an adult. She's seen more stuff. She's now a general in the New Republic. And it's a pretty nice looking figure. I do just kind of, randomly. I don't collect black figures like trying to collect all of them. I just kind of getting the ones that I like. And I did like this one, so I'm glad I received it in my Christmas stocking. Moving away from toys, I have one kind of largish item, so let's get out of the way before I take up any more space on the table here. And that is this loud, crinkly thing here. Now, you may or may not recognize this logo here. That is the logo of the International Possum Brotherhood, Quando Omni Fluncus Moritati, Chapter 11. That would be the Possum Lodge chapter. And if you watched the old, I think, Winter 2020 SAC anime video, it's one of the few times I have actually intentionally put my face on camera. I mean, I don't necessarily go out of my way to not show myself. If I'm in a reflection of something, so be it. But I don't get in front of the camera because nobody wants to look at me. But my wife ordered me this. So back in 2020, 2019 technically was when I would have bought it. I did become an official member of the Possum Lodge and the Red Green fan club. It's from the Red Green show. It aired in Canada from the mid-90s to I think around 2010. The whole series is on YouTube, or at least it was a couple years ago. It was around the time that I joined the fan club, and I joined the fan club because I thought, I could cosplay Red Green, grow a beard. I could cosplay Red Green. So I ordered the official Red Green suspenders and the Possum Lodge patch and made myself a Possum Lodge vest and cosplayed a couple times at SAC Anime, and I think once at SAC Con, the character of Red Green. And of course it's an obscure character, most Americans don't know who it is, 3 people recognized it, but that's fine. But we saw an ad on Facebook a couple months ago that Dixxon had made an official Red Green flannel. So the flannel I have, it was kind of ill-fitting. Something I ordered from Amazon. It looked pretty good to what was on the show. But yeah, they have the official Red Green flannel. And so, when I was on vacation a few weeks ago, I did, not shave while I'm on vacation. I generally don't shave when I'm on vacation. And I have not shaved since then, so I've kind of grown the beard back in. So I guess with adding this to my collection of belongings, I will have to cosplay as Red Green again next weekend at SAC Anime, which means I need to find my gray beard wax. My beard is not quite gray enough to be Red Green just yet. It's getting there, but it's not uniform just yet. And so I do need to find my my beard wax so I can color the beard totally gray and my eyebrows for the cosplay. So yeah, if you go to SAC Anime next week and you see someone wearing this and a big khaki vest, that would be me. I haven't tried it on yet, but I faith that it'll be fine. I haven't felt it though. What kind of fabric? It says it's a flannel, right? Let's see. Flannel. Well, it's Dixxon Flannel Company, limited edition, form and function. Red Green show flannel. What does it feel like? Oh, not as soft as I thought it would be. That's probably a good thing though. That probably means it's probably more hard wearing. Hopefully that doesn't just overload my voice entirely as I crinkle around with that. Yeah, I have the official Red Green flannel to go with my official Red Green suspenders, which is kind of ironic because when I wear my homemade but with official patch Possum Lodge vest, you can't actually see the suspenders, but they're there. It's part of the costume. This I will put out of the way just because I do need the space here on the table. For our last couple items, they are both in boxes. This is another one that was in my stocking. And if you order stuff from ornaments from Shop Disney, you undoubtedly will recognize that packaging as being ornament packaging from Shop Disney. It's got the egg crate. It's got these. I quite like the elastics they use. And this one is the band leader Mickey ornament. One of the sketchbook ornaments, part of the Disney 100 release. I think it was actually fairly early in their in the 100 collection that this one came out, and this one does make noise. So let's see if we can activate that. Where is the button on it? Oh, here it is. It's right on the bottom. Well, that surely shouldn't get me a copyright strike. That's got to be public domain music by now, right? The William Tell Overture. It does actually say William Tell Overture on the bottom, traditional. That's nice, very nicely detailed, nice paint job on it. Got the little bent conductor's wand there. Doesn't stand up super well, but I think it's most because I put that back in the bottom. I think if I took that out, it would probably be, yeah, it stands fine with that out. We'll just leave that out for the rest of the video. Very nice. Will go on a tree? Probably not. None of our other ornaments went up on trees this year. Even the Haunted Mansion didn't get a tree. I'm thinking next year, like, try to get like a Halloween tree for in here to put the Haunted Mansion on, but it's got to be a fairly sturdy tree because that topper is huge. It may just get set up on the table. But I think maybe for Halloween season we'll do that and leave it up the whole season. Not sure yet though. I do have one more thing I wanted to take a look at today for this video, for our last weekend magic of the year, and that is the other kind of big present I received, and that is in this box. Bulova, of course, is a reasonably high-end watch manufacturer. I say reasonably high-end because it's not like, you know, Rolex or anything, and heaven forbid, but it is again a pretty high-end watch manufacturer. And this was kind of my other big present. And I've taken out and looked at it once, but I put it back in here because I don't want anything to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's not the sort of thing that I would actually like use. I think even in like special occasions, if I can get it out of the box without just absolutely revealing what it is. I mean, you might know what it is if you've like seen it on Shop Disney. It is from Shop Disney. It is a Disney thing. We will finish off the year on the largely Disney-focused show, looking at a Disney item. Comes in this lovely little wood display box. Flip open. You can see it's a Disney Parks item. And it is... So, you know, growing up in the 80s and 90s, the idea of the Mickey Mouse wristwatch is like a classic thing. I never owned one, but now I still don't own a Mickey Mouse wristwatch, but I do have a Mickey Mouse pocket watch from Bulova. It is got plastic protecting it. I'm going to leave the plastic on there. It's got a little plastic rubber like elastic protecting the winding mechanism, which I'm also going to leave on there. But it is your kind of classic Mickey watch style in that Mickey's hands are the hands of the watch, and it comes with a little watch chain. Now, I don't wear a lot of vests with watch pockets in it. So I mean, it's not like I'm really gonna put this to its proper use. I'm kind of afraid to put this on there because I don't want to like scratch the finish. There we go. Our Mickey Mouse pocket watch. I guess I'll just leave that on there because I can put that, I can kind of feed that back into the hole on there. But I don't know what to do with it. It's a very nice piece, very shiny. Part of why I'm leaving the plastic on is I don't want to get like my smudgy fingerprints all over it. But I don't know what to do with it. Like I said, I don't wear a lot of vests. Now this other light's messing up. It's annoying. I don't wear a lot of vests with pocket watches, you know, pockets in them. I don't wear pants with watch pockets in them generally. I think what I'm going to probably end up doing is, you know, like Michael's and Joann and Indeed, like collector stores, they sell like little plastic boxes that are meant to put like baseballs in. I'm thinking of getting one of those to put this inside of so I can leave it on display like this, open so you can see it without it getting like all mucky and dusty. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure just yet. So for now, I probably will just seal it all back up in here. But the box is really nice. Movement to Japan Case China. And this is, I believe, part of the Disney 100 as well. Does it say Disney 100 on it? It oddly doesn't say anything on the back. It's kind of unusual for a Disney item. It's just, I guess because it's a fancier item, they don't do all the extra stuff that you would see on a lower quality thing. The chain's also quite sturdy feeling. It's very nice. It's a very nice piece. It's again, it's not a thing that I don't know. It's a thing that's kind of above me and beyond me, and you know, I'm a simple man with simple tastes, and this is just a very nice thing, and I don't know how to react to having a very nice thing. I'm not a very nice thing kind of owning person, but it is very nice. My wife got it for me, and yeah, I do need to figure out some way to display it where it'll be safe and not get dirty. Because I mean, even if I was like a pocket watch user, I wouldn't want to mess this up. It's a very nice piece. It's very simple. It's just Steamboat Willie on there, just in time for Steamboat Willie to go public domain. But yeah, I do want to make sure I keep it nice. I'm going to probably pack it back up after this video until I do come up with a more permanent way of displaying it safely. But that's it. That is Weekend Magic for the year 2023. It's all the stuff we have to look at for this year. So, yeah, tell me what you think. How do you think I should display this, first of all, so that I keep it safe and clean and not get fingerprints all over it, while at the same time not just like hiding it in a box where nobody can ever see it? And let me know also, what did you get for Christmas? I mean, assuming you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, then I don't know, I guess tell me what you had for dinner on Monday. But what did you get for Christmas? Let me know what you got. I'm interested. What are the favorite things you received? My favorite things are easily this watch and the Lego Museum. And like I said, we will be doing the Lego Museum in a video or videos in the coming months. It's a big one, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be a multi-video or when I'm even gonna have time to do it, because I don't think I'm able to do that in one sitting. I can do a couple thousand pieces sometimes in a single sitting. I feel like I'm gonna do 2 or 3 runs at this museum to get it done, because it looks really impressive, to me at least. Plus, it gives me an excuse to put together an Indiana Jones set and give him somewhere to hang out. But yeah, let me know what you got for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever other gift-giving occasions you may celebrate this time of year. So that I do want to thank you all for watching this channel in 2023. We have gained a significant number of subscribers this year. We're still not at 1,000, but that's fine. Anyways, thank you for watching this year. I hope I will see you again next year for another 52 weeks of Weekend Magic and Lego builds and weird imported foods and trying to find beers that I like and just whatever else interests me at any given time. But it's been a year, and next year will be another year. Next year should be quite an interesting year. Maybe not so much that we'll cover here, but in general, next year is probably going to be quite the interesting year. But whatever comes, I hope you will be here with me, and we will experience it together through the medium of low-effort video. So thank you one more time for watching this video and for watching this year. I hope you found anything that I've done interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.